Hey Aries, this is going to be your February 2019 reading. My name is Camille and you are watching Millennial Tarot. Before we get into it, I wanted to say I am always, forever offering my $10 readings for one question. So if this reading does or does not resonate and you want more looking into your specific situation, then I invite you to hit me up. I will leave my website below. You can get in touch with me that way and peruse the rest of the stuff on the website. Or you can just directly email me. I will leave my email address below as well. So without further ado, let's get started. Inching closer and closer to Aries season, the beginning of a whole new zodiacal year, and your birthday. So about to end off this cycle strong. Let's see what February has in store for you. Do it one more time. Good. Two cards wanted to come up at the same time, so I'm going to accept that. Okay. I'm going to get a clarity here. Okay, I understand. So, Aries, you're kind of dealing with this, I'm going to call it a false start. Someone, something, or life, however you want to put your semantics on it, offered you the world, or seemed to have offered you the world, or seemed maybe too good to be true, but seemed like, yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is the job. Yeah, this is the money finally coming in. Or, yeah, this is this dream coming true of always wanting this or that or to go there. Or, yeah, it's the relationship. And then what happens in February is this, I don't want to say it goes away. I think you go away from it because it's like life gave you a head start. And then you're running. You're like, wow, this looks great. And then you smack dab hit a wall. And for some of you, you're already feeling this. It's like you were promised a world by a person and then they kind of start acting differently. You were promised the world by a job and then, maybe what you thought the job description was isn't what you're actually doing. Or maybe you made it through interviews and you really thought you were going to get it. And you're like, wow, I'm on fire here. And that didn't end up coming to pass. Or it's not coming to pass as quickly as you wanted. It's like this big parting of the clouds happened. And you're looking up at the clouds and they parted. And you're like, isn't something supposed to be happening here? So we're coming into the reading. These two cards came out at once. Ten of Pentacles. Knight of Cups, offering you the world, offering you riches, this greatness, this ultimate goal. That's the Ten of Pentacles. We move here into the Hanged Man. That's kind of this, it pauses on you, or you pause on it. Then we ended up here first with the Six of Swords, leaving something behind, and I asked why? Two of Pentacles. You're not so sure about it. Your bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands. Swords. So a brand new chapter opens, the Six of Swords that you are leaving behind with that, let me go ahead and get this together so it doesn't become a distraction. The Six of Wands Six of Swords that you're moving away from, or that you had to move away from, becomes this new beginning. So there is a new start, a real start, that's going to be happening for you here. It's just you've had to deal with a lot of false starts, a lot of too good to be trues, or you thought he was the one, or she was the one, or it was the one, or it was finally going to happen, and you got super close, and then life paused on you, or you paused on it. So how does that look? Life pausing on you means, like I said in the beginning, they do something that halts the process. Something halts the process. Something things were unraveling at a nice speed, and then all of a sudden you lose gas. The car starts chugging along really slowly. And these are outside circumstances that we don't have control over. So we're forced into a hanged man position. And then for some of you, it's like, wow, this is great. And then of your own volition, and this could have happened around the Leo full moon, your fellow fire sign, so it would have been an easier transition for you for what you found out, more so than other signs. But nevertheless, full moons bring things to clarity or bring things to completion. And so there may have been this, impulse on your behalf to stop, to pause, because of what you learned during that full moon. We have that halo here, which represents pausing, and we're getting wisdom from the pause. So that's what I'm saying. For some Aries, it was, wow, life stopped like super dead in its tracks for me. And for others of you, it's you pulled the brakes, because even though it seemed great, you got some indication, you got some intuitive pull, or you got literally information that forced you to course correct. And you're like, maybe not so much. Maybe not so much. So moving here into explaining this, the Ten of Pentacles is riches, it's wealth, it's generational wealth. It's coming into such prominence that your family feels it. You have a good relationship. You can pay everything. Everything is comfortable. And the Knight of Cups is also this offer. So a lot of you, it was like someone promised you this. Hey, baby, I can give you the world. Or if you date me, if you go out with me, we're going to get married. We're going to build this life together. If you choose this job, choose this offer, choose this direction, more money than you can ever think, more fame than you can ever think, more recognition than you can ever think. So you were offered the 10. And you were offered you were sold this dream. You were sold this reality that was, for some of you, smart. Maybe you're like, this is too good to be true. And for others of you, because the Ten of Pentacles does represent the completion of a goal, you've been working towards this. So for some of you, it might have felt like the next rational step. You've been working very hard towards this thing, person, situation, job, goal, venture. And here's someone or life, this could just be life offering, it felt like it was offering this. It's like, oh, I'm finally there. And then what starts in January and what comes to pass in February is maybe not. And I'm not saying this in a way that's flippant, or I'm not going to downplay how annoying this is or how frankly devastating this is for a lot of you to get a false start, a false promise. For some of you, it's straight up connery. This, it's more so the Page of Cups, but even this Knight of Cups has this potential to be duplicitous, to be insincere. Because cups, water, mutable, there, can fit into any container, can fill the idea of a dream, can feel real. And then what it was offering you actually wasn't very real at all. And so February is giving you the chance to pause, to not just be like, oh, dang, life didn't go my way, but I'm just going to keep bulldozing forward and get what I want one day, hopefully. So don't go about your life that unconsciously, and be intentional about what was learned. When I hate that this happens, and I hate even saying it because it's annoying to me, because I don't know why life is like this, but it's almost like when we get so close to the thing, the universe or God or whatever you believe in, the powers that be, test you. They're like, I'm going to give you this almost thing, and good luck. And it's annoying, but really what it sets you up for is building the strength. Do you have the strength to receive what it is that you want? And for some of you at this point, it's not now, not yet. Do you actually have the capacity to hold this big dream, this big idea, this Ten of Pentacles? So I'm going to give you this, I don't know if I can say it's a trick, but I'm going to give you this test. I'm going to give you this assignment. Can you actually keep it? Can you actually hold it? Or for some of you and for some people, it's rather you get so close to the thing that you get one final test, one final aggravation. And from that, if you give up, it doesn't come. But if you keep going, then it does. And that's really what this Ace of Swords represents to me, is life then opens up for you in new ways. And where we spoke about someone offering you a dream or not coming true, or someone even selling wolf tickets, this Ace of Swords is clarity of truth, clarity of information, moving forward with integrity, knowing that what you're going to receive and who comes along your path with this Ace of Swords is going to be truthful, authentic for you. And so my invitation here to you with this Hanged Man, though you are hanging out, you may feel like you're in a holding pattern, you may feel like you got so close and it's like a carrot on a stick, you feel frustrated. But the invitation that February is giving you, and that Hanged Man is giving you, is to not use this time in vain, to not use it to complain, or to not, like I said before, completely bulldoze over the experience and keep going. You know, Aries has that potential within you, fire, cardinal fire, to just keep starting. The Hanged Man is saying, hey, pause, reflect, what happened? And my favorite thing about the Hanged Man, and this is just my offering to you, is this quote: those who are certain of the outcome can wait, and wait without anxiety. He's waiting without anxiety. He's chilling. And so though you may have gotten close, you may have gotten so close, and you're just so annoyed that it didn't work out, or that you, from your own inner wellsprings of wisdom, had to walk away from it yourself, know that it's coming, and know to use this downswell, or to use this pause in your favor. And to wait without anxiety means to just be clear about where you are, why it happened, and how you're going to move forward, and to digest the situation in a way that's helpful for you. And to do so in this state of peace and illumination, knowing that you're finding out what needs to be found out during this time. Then we charge forth. So we have reflection, and then we have the actual movement away from the thing, the Six of Swords, moving from troubled waters into still waters. Moving from what we thought would offer us peace and solace, a shore, to, dock at, to tie our boats to, and moving on to another shore, to another lighthouse. Clarified by the Two of Pentacles means that for some Aries, there was an uncertainty about this anyway. There was an uncertainty about it. And like I was speaking in the beginning, some of you was the uncertainty: can I hold this? Can I have this job? Can I have this relationship? Can I have this amount of wealth and prominence, or whatever it was for you? Can I actually hold this dream? And for some of you, there is a realization that you can't, because this represents juggling and things being thrown out of sorts. And so when the Six of Swords is clarified, and I was asking why are you moving on, is because it would have thrown you off balance. Or some of you, you know it threw you off balance. It was asking too much of you or too little of you. It was going to be a whole, thing. An example that's coming to mind is, you really want a job, but you would have to commute like an hour in each direction, and it would have been inconvenient in a lot of ways, but you just wanted the money so bad. The Two of Pentacles is a realization, hey, that was going to be really inconvenient for me. That was going to be hard to juggle. It was going to be hard to maintain balance. And to know that what falls apart comes together in the end in your favor. And you don't want a dream. You don't want a relationship or a job. You don't want a goal that's going to throw you off. That's going to be maladaptive for your life. You want something that's going to root you and give you structure. Also, this Two of Pentacles is coming in to represent this idea of a joker, this idea of someone playing around. And so what came to you sincerely here, the con artist way of making you think it's real, or maybe you conned yourself, right? It doesn't have to be an outside force. You conned yourself into thinking this had to be it. Is this way that you play around, or that people play around with us. This is like a court jester. I'm just going to juggle. And like Pentacles are lifestyle. Pentacles is our physical incarnation. And here we have someone just literally playing around with their life. So if this is you, just accepting anything that looks close enough to your dream, to the point where you're just playing around with your own life, have the insight to not do that again. And if this was someone else who came in and juggled your life up, even if you thought it would have been good in the end, or it would have landed you at the Ten of Pentacles in the end, that person, like the potential of the Knight of Cups, was con artist, was juggling, was insincere, was playing around. Even if this is a job, it doesn't have to be a person. It could just be the spirit of the entity or the thing that you wanted to move into was just, like I'm saying for a lot of people, not becoming of you. It was not befitting of you. It would have thrown you off in some way. It would have forced you to play around or forced you to have to maneuver and juggle and to court jester your way. And, you know, you want to be revered. You don't want to be the Two of Pentacles. You don't want to be the Joker. You want to be on top of your throne. This also represents from the 10 to the 2 having to rebuild. And to, like I was saying in the beginning, to not give up here, to continue to rebuild and to start putting the pieces back together in the direction of your dreams. And to know that life will open up for you. It will give you sudden insights, sudden information. You know, the Ace of Wands is also you're taking on a new challenge, which Aries loves to do, and to just keep going. This is a blessing from the universe. It is a blessing from God or whatever the powers that be to say, I'm giving you the strength, the courage, and the information, the truth, and the authenticity to now leave what was foolish and what seemed real behind and to move more into what is authentically yours. And what is yours is what will stay. And you will never have this moment of like juggling and waiting because it'll just be clear. So this is my reading for you, Aries. I hope that you have gotten any peace and clarity from it. Of course, like I said in the beginning, if you need something more specific to your situation, do not hesitate to reach out. I will leave all my information below. But until then, I will see you in March for some of your guys' birthday. So I hope that this video finds you well. Until then, take care.